Hey everyone, good afternoon. Give a quick thumbs up, guys, if you're able to hear me and see me clearly. Hey everyone, hello. Great, great. I can see a lot of thumbs ups over here. Great to see you guys. So we will begin our session now. So again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's masterclass. So we will be building our first AI-powered web app and we will try to become a software engineer of the intelligent era. Now, why we have mentioned this, why we have written it? Because right now, a lot of people they think about everything can be done through AI. AI can create web app. We will look at it. We will create the first web app, and then after that, we are going to get into the real scenario in the enterprise. If we are building a similar app, what all things you need to look at, what all challenges you are going to face, and accordingly how you prepare yourself. We will talk about that during this whole session. So whether you are joining from LinkedIn, YouTube, or right here with us, I hope you are feeling energized and ready to build something exciting. Please feel free to utilize this session. You have taken out your time on weekend, utilize it to the maximum. Use this chat, or put it in the comment, put it in the Q&A. Whatever question you have, we will try to ensure that all the questions are answered. It's really inspiring to see so many eager learners here providing to explore whether software engineering, the backbone of modern tech, I would say, and I always say this in all the session, is the right next step for you or not. So I'm Alok Anand. I'm one of the co-founder at AlmaBetter. I have 10 plus years of experience now, 8 years with building and creating lot of applications, not just the application as a front end back end, but also integrated with AI. I have worked as machine learning engineer, I have worked as backend developer, and I'm also dean of AlmaBetter University. I'll try to share my experience. I'll try to share the collective experience of what I have seen mentoring 1,000 plus students now, getting placed, getting the direction in the world of tech. So I will be sharing my journey as well. And we have here Pavan, one of our alumni. He is working as full stack developer at ThinkHat. He will be joining soon. He will be talking about his journey. He will be talking about how he started at some point. A lot of you guys here might be exploring, might be thinking about what is the right career choice for you. Right now, Pavan, he started at the same level. Someday where he was joining different master classes, he was exploring what this field is, and currently he is working as a full stack developer. So he will be sharing his journey, and stay tuned in. Ensure that you get the maximum output from this particular session. So before we get into creating the AI powered web app, let me give you the agenda for this session. We will start with creating the AI powered web app. We will take 15-20 minutes, and you will see how easy it is to create the web app. It will question your thought process that whether this is the right field. Now everything can be done through AI. But then we will talk about, is it enough? Something which we are what we have created using AI, is it enough? Is it something which is going to be enough for any company or enterprise to run on? Because at the end of it, when you are creating some application, there are a lot of different nuances that comes in, and that is what we will discuss in different stages. We will talk about the mindset of coder versus builder. So now, coming this AI, it's not just you have to become a coder. You have to think from a builder mindset. We will talk about that. And then after that, we have role of Alma Better, how we think about it, how do we keep updating and ensuring that these intelligent era software engineers, if somebody is trying to pursue, how it is going to be important for them. And then we will have a more detailed discussion about one story. And lastly, it's the Q&A, which you guys are going to ask questions and we will try to answer it. Now, meanwhile, ensure that you are giving full attention. We will try to do all the interactions. Make sure that you utilize this session, interact with the panel, with me, with Pawan, and try to get your doubts resolved, right? Try to get your motivation up where you think that this is what the field is. I have explored it. What all next steps, what all challenges you are going to face, get those challenges cleared. These are the sessions designed for you to ensure the maximum output for you, right? So before we go further, we start building the first AI powered app. We will invite Pavan on stage and we will talk about his journey, and then we are going to begin our discussion. So, Pavan is here in the session. Hey, Pavan, are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Hi, Alok.
Hello, Pavan. Welcome to the session, and thank you so much for taking out of your time. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Uh,
Great.
I'm currently in Hyderabad. It's amazing here. The weather is good, and yeah. How about you?
Doing well. Thank you so much. All right. So, Pavan, in this session, we have lot of candidates who has joined, right? So they would like to understand about your journey, right? Why you chose this field, and on top of it, how is it going right now in company, and how do you think this whole AI, which has come up, right, is affecting enterprise level? Because academic level, you can create lot of web apps, right? But
Yeah,
what happens when you are in a company and when you are at an enterprise level, you work on softwares? How does it look like?
yeah. So yeah. So yeah. Hi everyone. So my name is Pawan. So I actually started my journey 2 years back. Uh, I think it was somewhere around 2022 and like COVID time. So I built this like interest in web development, and so what like uh, it, basically I started with like exploring the websites and all things. So I used to be very curious about how this click works, how button click works, and all these small things caught my interest, and I slowly started my web development journey from there onwards. So coming to the like AI web apps. So first I used to work on like just building the small apps. I still remember that I used to build very small web apps like games and all, and then I started this journey of full stack web development when I got to know about AlmaBetter's full stack web development program. So it was very structured, and I was uh, completely focused. I stayed focused, and I was curious all the time. So, uh, this AI web apps, so it is actually very different when it comes developing in like job, right? So it's not like just prompting and it's not just prompting and getting the API like response from the AI. So in our organization, we are building AI powered web apps for healthcare. So we are like we have built a small web app which generates soap note. That's a subjective objective, which is like used in US for like by doctors. So it's actually completely different. It's not just fetching the API and getting the response from the AI. So we need to be we need to be careful for user experience. Regarding user experience, we need to build such a web app that it should be scalable, and a lot of things are involved in this like backend. In backend, we do a lot of things like cloud. So we use cloud like GCP and all. So it should be very scalable and user friendly. So we can do a lot of things, and nowadays there are like a lot of things are there like vector db, chroma db, which uh, pinecone, so which uses this. We can just upload the document, and it passes the document and it generates the response very accurately. So it's actually exciting that we have like come so far, and we are building AI web apps so like easily. And there are a lot of tutorials out there in YouTube which we can utilize, and yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, yes. Great. So this is actually very correctly mentioned, right? One of the key, a few key points which you mentioned, right? One of
yeah,
the thing is security, right? It's so you know deep topic to discuss about, right? Security and how important it is. Like you are You have created the web app for doctors in healthcare. In healthcare, that is very, very important to understand that security is something which everybody likes to, everybody is going to expect from the app,
Yes.
right? And when you go to enterprise level, there are multiple users using it. Scalability, you have mentioned, right? That your app should be scalable enough so that if thousands of users, or if in fact millions of users are using it, it should not crash. And there are a lot of nuances that comes in picture. And one more thing that is very, very important, and I'm sure that you will also second it. It's around, you use AI, right? You use AI to create the application. You have that mindset, okay, I want to create a web application. I will, see things moving, people using it. But if you are not understanding what is happening, right? What AI has created for you, what all codes are there, it's going to be really, really difficult to do the improvements on top of it. So, of course, AI is something which everybody should use in coding, in all the processes, but they should understand what AI has given, right? It should not go blindly. Otherwise, you will go in the loop. You will give one prompt to improve one thing, and rest three things also will change, and you won't be able to control that, right? And that is something which people, they need to understand, that it's not about just using AI and then creating it and then everything is done. There are a lot of steps that is involved right after, right?
Yes.
And that is what we are going to discuss. And you will also see, Pawan, how we have structured, and we will discuss again towards the end of the session, so that everybody understand what should be the roadmap, how they should think about learning software engineering now. So thank you so much for joining in. Now we will begin our session, create our first AI powered web app. Thank you so much, Pawan.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So you have heard from Pawan, right? Right now, in software engineering, there are certain things, there are certain aspects which you have to be very much aware about. Of course, AI is there. Of course, you can create your web application using AI, and there are a lot of things going around it. But at the core of it, you have to think from a perspective that whatever is given to you as an engineer, right, as a software engineer, you should understand what is going on in the backend, and you should understand there are multiple layers that is added. So let's begin our creation of first web app. We will start it from the scratch. I will do it in a way so that you understand that, okay, if I want to create any web app, where should I start? Because I'm sure here lot of people, lot of students who have joined in, lot of curious learners, right? They must be thinking, how should I start? You might have heard lot of different platforms. You might have heard about different methods. We will talk about the simplest one, how you can start it. So, we are going to use three things. We are going to use three tools specifically, if I have to say. First is going to be Gemini. So, you can use OpenAI, you can use Gemini. There are multiple different applications. We will use Gemini for this use case. Now, the reason of using this, because you have more capabilities in terms of free uses. If you talk about the comparison between Gemini and OpenAI, mostly they are similar. Of course, in some cases, you will see OpenAI performing better compared to Gemini and vice versa. But here in our use case, we will use Gemini AI. Okay. Now, what we are going to do, we will talk about this next. After that, we will use Replit. Replit is something which helps you create the website. There are AI agents. I will give you a bit of understanding about AI agents and what that is while we create the app. And then third will be Cursor IDE. So you might have heard about VS Code. You might have heard about different ID. We will use Cursor IDE, one of the very interesting ID where AI agents and AI is integrated. If you want to further improve your code, you can just interact with cursor prompt, and it will make your application better wherever you want to change it. So you will use these three and try to create our first AI powered app. And what we are going to create, it's something which might be useful for you, something which will be interesting for you, and that is AI powered resume checker, right? If you want to check your ATS score, if you want to check in which section you should be improving, that is something which you can create by yourself, and you can see the output. Okay, so let's start creating it. We will go one by one. Just let me stop sharing the screen. We will come back to the platform, and also we will share the material to with all of you guys so that you can also create by yourself. All right, so quickly what we are going to do, we will share the screen. Just give 1 minute. So quick thumbs up, guys. Are you able to see the first screen which I have put it over here? The first step is we are going to Google AI Studio. Okay, that is the first application we are using. Of course, you have heard about it. Give a quick thumbs up if you're able to see my screen. And I'm sharing the link also in the chat. Of course, the material will be shared with you guys so that you can experiment by yourself and create your first AI powered web application. So now, what we are going to do over here? Now, I want to create, my objective is, I want to create my objective. What is my objective over here? My objective is, what is my objective? So my objective over here is to create AI powered resume checker, right? And where I'm going to create it, I'm going to create it on Replit. Okay. But why I am using here first Gemini Google AI Studio? Why I'm using it? So there are two reasons over here. I want to give, I want to give the prompt, I want to give the prompt to Replit that what you need to create in a very structured manner. And what will give me a structured prompt? Gemini itself. So I'm going to put my structured, not so structured thought to Gemini and ask for give me a structured prompt which I can put it in Replit so that I get the right app with all the right nuances added over there. And also I'm going to create a key, API key. Now, what this API key is? API key helps any application to identify what is the application you want to use and who is going to use it. Right? API key you will hear a lot in your development journey. Right? Few of you, if you have already some experience, you might be knowing it. But API is something which is like a blood vessel. Right? If I give an analogy, it your blood vessel helps all the organs to work synchronously, right? It helps to transfer the oxygen and all the relevant nutrients to your body, right? That's what API is. It helps transfer the data from one place to another. When you, let's say, click on login, right? The next, when you put user and password, it through API, it will go to the backend and check whether the user is present in our database or not, or whether the password is correct or not, right? So that is how it will be shared. That is how it will be kind of interacted with backend and frontend, and that is what we call it as API. API is you what helps you transfer the data, get or post. How do you get it? How do you send it? That is done through API. So we will get the Gemini API because if I'm going to use it in my application, I'm going to get that key from the Gemini. So let's do it stepwise. Step one is going to be getting the right getting the right prompt for creating web app on Replit. Just look at it. Okay. So what do I want to create? I'm going to write a prompt in such a manner so that you understand it. I'm going to first start with you are a developer and your job is to create AI powered resume verification app which checks the ATS score. Okay. Just it's a thought process. What do you want to do, right? Which checks the ATS score using Gemini API. Okay. Simple. First, I have mentioned it. Okay. After that, I'm going to mention few things which will be relevant which will be relevant for the in terms of how it should be created, what is the front end, what is the back end, right? So that whenever you create the application, you have that understanding. Just listen to me, and this is something which you can also put it like this, right? So use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? JavaScript and Python, or Python. Maybe you can write React, you can use other application. It's fine. I'm going to keep it very simple. Python, SQL for the application. Store the data to be checked later. Provide a structured score out of 100, and provide the suggestions and feedbacks suggestion and feedback for the suggestion and feedback for the rest, right? Provide the detailed prompt for Replit. Now I have tried to give a prompt, so that I have tried to ask Gemini so that I can get a prompt which I will put it in Replit. Okay, which I will put it in Replit. And lot of times we do it. If let's say you want to create some image, if you want to create some video, it's always suggested that you use either Gemini or Open or Chat GPT, so that you get a very structured prompt over there, and then you take that prompt to put it in other let's say website where you want to use for more I would say detailed or more kind of complex task. If you want it to do getting the prompt, doing the chatting, it's still easier part for AI. But if you want to get a video or some image, you need a detailed information to be put for AI. So what you do, you kind of reverse engineer it. You give a unstructured thought over here, you get some prompt, and then after that you copy that prompt and put it for, let's say, creating the image or the videos. Okay, so this is what I am doing as the first step. I'm just writing my thoughts, what do I want to get, and I'm asking for the prompt which should be given that is easily understandable. So see what I have got from the Gemini, right? I hope you guys are able to see the screen. You can see it has given lot of outputs over there, right? It has given what are the core functionalities, right? What do we want to create, what are the core functionalities over there, then what should be used, right? What is going to be mentioned here in this case, everything is given in a detailed manner. Now right now, if you're starting it off, if you don't know what is going on right now, you should not worry about this so much. You just have to copy this, let's say I'm going to copy it and put it in the Replit. Okay, put it in the next step. So I have got this first very structured prompt. Now this is where a lot of people, they just write it on directly, let's say on Replit, and they will not see the right structure of their web application. So I'm going to copy from here, and what I am going to do next is put this prompt in the Replit. Now, Replit is one of the very famous, or one of the very good platform to create your website with lot of control, and you will see very soon. So I'm going to share this link as well in the chat, okay, for you to explore. We will come to each and every part in just some time. Meanwhile, what we are going to do is we will do the sign up. Let's say we will do the login. Okay, so you will also do the same. You will log in, you will get to your application, and you will see how easy it is right now to put it. You don't have to think a lot. This is something which will come in front of you, right? You will see how many free apps you can create. 10 free apps you can create over here. Agent is something, it's using AI agents in the backend. We will talk about AI agents soon. I'll give you the thought process over here. Then once I have given the prompt which I have copied, let's say I'm going to paste my prompt again. I have to copy it. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I will copy the prompt once again and paste it here. Whatever we got from this, whatever we got from the AI Studio, Google AI Studio, I'm going to paste it over here. Okay. creating app, all these things right now, forget about it. We will do a very simple, straightforward, and you will see how it will give you as an output and what it will create. Okay. And we will just click on start chat. We have pasted our prompt. We will click on start chat. Now, first, what will happen? It will take your prompt, what you got from Google Gemini, and it will try to read it, try to plan around it, that what you are saying and how it can be created, what are the different structure or what are the different steps it has to take, right? So now, what all things it will do? It has read from the prompt which you have given, resume, upload, support, PDF, all these things you need. Up to 16 MB, you can edit it, but for now, I'm going to keep it same. You want, if somebody is not putting PDF or doc directly, they can put the text, and that can also be evaluated. Google Gemini API integration, section wise analysis, overall ATS compatibility score, top 5 actionable improvements, section based user tracking, printable results format. Let's say this is good enough for us to go ahead with. Okay, we will not think a lot. These are the steps which we want, and it has recognized. I'm going to click on, let's say, approve plan and start. Now this is where it will start writing the code for your application. Okay, so let it work. Meanwhile, I'm going to talk about the what it is going to do, what are the AI agents, right? What is happening in the back end over here. So earlier, when this whole AI race started, right? Earlier, it was around all the prompts and the chat GPT, where whatever you ask, right? You ask, you give some prompt, it will give you some output, right? Output in terms of text, or let's say images or videos. It's just the output, no actions are done, right? You give in AI some prompt and it will give you the output, it will give you text, image, or video, right? Now, there is a next level up that has happened, and that is where these AI agents have come in picture. Okay, these AI is large language models, right? It is a language model. You ask something and it will give you reply with the language, with the text or image or something around that, right? Now, AI agents, these are large action models, labs, and this is where whole world is right now learning. Whoever is in AI engineering field and other field, they are learning on what are these large action models, AI agents, and how whatever you ask it, right? Whatever prompt you give, it will take the output, let's say whatever output this AI is getting, and it will get into the actions also. It will start doing those actions. If you are asking the AI to create a web application, if you would have asked earlier, create a web application, it would have given you these steps, right? That there are, let's say, 10 steps to create it. But now, if you give the same prompt over here, it will give you 10 steps and also perform for you, right? It will perform those 10 steps, right? It will perform those 10 steps, that finally you are getting what you need. And that is what this lamb models are, AI agents are. Now let's go back. Let's go back to our steps. Let's go back to our application. Let's see what all things it has done. It has given, let's say, the name to our application as resume ranker. You can change it whatever you want to. And then it has taken all those initial steps to be done, and it is creating it is creating different files. Main.py. Now when you have these py files, these are Python files. You can change it to anything. If you want to, let's say, create for JavaScript, if you want to create for React, it will all do. There is no issue with that. It will give you the application at the end. It will create, let's say, file processor. It will create HTML files, HTML file, HTML, CSS. What are the use cases of this? I'm sure most of you here, if you are thinking to get into software engineering, you might have the understanding about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then there are, other backend languages, and there are some things which are front end. Okay, front end. So how do we differentiate front end versus back end? So front end is something which you go and directly interact with. Front end is something where you go and interact, you click, you scroll, you see those text, etc., etc. That's what your front end is. How that is coded? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So HTML, CSS gives the basic structure what should be viewed, and JavaScript gives the action over there. If you click on button, it will take you to the next page, or it will give some pop-up, etc., etc. That is handled by JavaScript. Now whatever is done over here, that is in front end. Now what happens in backend? In backend, it is something which takes in the data. Let's say it takes the data through API and some language. There are languages like Node.js, Express.js, you have Python, and you have other languages. You can use Java, etc., etc., for your backend. Now here, this backend language will store the data. Of course, there is a SQL for data management, or no SQL, cloud, etc., etc. There are a lot of things over here. It will store the data, right? It will process something, right? Process the data. Let's say if you want to show that authentication, is done. So it will process in the backend, right? Whether this user and password is correctly matching and present in our database. All those things are done in the backend. It does not, it's not something which is revealing to you, but those all processing are happening in the backend. So very simple to understand. Whatever you see and interact in the front end, that is your front end. Whatever you see on website in front of you, and whatever processing that happens, that is the backend part. Okay, if you combine both, you become a, if you know both, you become a full stack engineer, right? And here Pawan, he is full stack engineer, so he must have the understanding of front end and back end over here. Now let's go back to our application. Okay, now it has created lot of files over here. It has created lot of files. You can see a lot of files are created. There is something which you see as an error. You don't have to worry about this a lot. What is asked here is, give the Gemini API key. It is asking for Gemini because this application will be using Gemini model, machine learning AI model, to get the output. So what it will do, it will use the API key of Gemini, right? It will use this, your application will use the Gemini API key. Here some input will be given. Input will be what? Resume. And this Gemini AI will give the output as your ATS score and suggestions, right? ATS score and suggestion. This is something which you are going to get from this. Now, how do we get this? Next step is, how do we get this? It is asking for Gemini API key. कहाँ से मिलेगा? From where we are going to get it. So for that, earlier we went to Google AI Studio, and you will see this get API key, right? You click on it, it will take you to the page. I don't have any API created over here. What I can do is, I can click on create API key. Okay, create API key. I can use any existing one, or I can create new API key over there. Does not matter. You can create easily one of this API key. Of course, this is something which is private. In enterprise also, this is something which is not shared with everyone. I will change it, let's say, after this session. But whenever you are also creating it and putting it in the application, it's fine. Replit is something which is very trustable. But in general, you should not share this API key with anybody else, because this is where after certain time you have initially a free setup done, free account is there. It will try to utilize to a certain extent, but after that it will start charging you. If somebody else is using it, they can exploit your own uses, right? So I'm going to get this API key, I will paste it over here, and I will click on continue. I'll just follow these steps after that. Now, do you see on screen? Do you see it has given you the preview how your application will look like? We have done what? We have not coded it from scratch. What we did was, without writing any single line of code, we are able to get this particular application. Okay. Now we will try to use it. We will try to use it now. This application will try to use it. So I'll click on open in new tab. Here towards the right corner, you will see preview open in new tab. I'm going to now use this particular application. Let's see if there are any errors, because it's very rare that first time itself it will work. So I will do what? I will upload one of the resume over here and let's see if it is working or not. Okay. So I am able to upload the resume. Let's click on analyze resume. This is the application which we have created. Now let's see if it will work. Lot of times it will just crash down because initially it has created to a certain extent. There are a lot of other things which needs to be configured, but then again, if we are luck, then we will see that it is working correctly. What all things it will see now? What I am getting over here is internal server error. I am getting here internal server error. It means there is some issue which we are going to put it here with Replit. We will say here getting internal server error, fix it. Now there are ways of doing it. As a coder, you would like to understand it in a better way, right? You have to understand in a way that why this is happening, you should have the idea. Otherwise it will be all kind of blank. It will be all like whatever it is coming, you can just paste it over here, it will try to solve it, three more issues will come. So whatever errors or issues are coming, you should understand, and that is what you learn while you are becoming a software engineer, right? That is what you understand, that what all change things it has changed, right? What all things it needs to be done. There might be some networking issues, there might be some connection issues, there might be certain things which needs to be fixed right now. Maybe it will fix it for this simple application, but as in you go for, let's say, enterprise level, you will see that you need to understand, and your application is going to be very very heavy in terms of lot of files, lot of platforms, etc etc, where it will be doing it things, right? So now let's go again to our application. Let's go again to our application and we will try to do the same thing. We will get one of the resume over here. We will get one of the resume to get added and we will click on analyze. If any error we are going to see still, we will again ask Replit to work on that, look into it and try to resolve it. Since this application is very simple, easy to follow through for the code as well, it will be able to resolve it, it will be able to look into it. But just imagine when your application is not just this, right? Again, I'm getting this internal server error. Let's put it here and try to ask again, getting internal server error, fix it. It will try to look for more issues and it will try to understand where is the issue in this case. So let's keep on asking. We are doing it from scratch. We might be seeing, let's say, see here there is a network connection error with Gemini API. Let's see if it will fix it or not. Okay, now it is trying to edit Gemini analyzer. It will look at some fallback system where if, let's say, Gemini is not working or output is not coming, then how it will respond, etc etc, it will try to do it. Okay, so let's wait for it and you will see the output. You will see it will start running in just some time and hopefully we are not getting any further error. So we'll wait for it to work on. Okay, so see it is editing something in app.py. We will look at the code as well. I'll give you the just the view of code and how you can get it once this application is done. We will see that how it has written, what all different things are there and how it should be looked at. Okay, right now it's running. It's trying to change, right, check right now whether this application is working or not. It is testing from its own end, and it will give us the output over here once this is done. So we'll try to create the ATS resume analyzer. Let's see if we are able to create it. Okay, it has found out that still there is a network connectivity issue, and it will try to fix it by putting some fallback. Fallback is, let's say your API is not working or something is not working to a certain extent, it will give a fallback analysis, or it will try to give a fallback output, so that your application is not showing error. Okay. Hello, Rohit. Hello. So important is when you are experimenting with it, right? When you are going through it, try to look at how it is going, right? What all issues you get. And this is just a very simple application which we are trying to create. Very simple application if you think it's a something where we have not touched on, let's say, user authentication. We have not touched on lot of different nuances over here. Now let's try to upload it again, and if it will work or not. So we'll again put the resume, and we will check if it is working or not. We will click on analyze resume. Still, see, it's not working. There is some issue, right? Again, we are going to ask, and it has started checking it. When we were using this app, it has understood, okay, there are some issues over here. It will try to fix. Now, point is, when you look at from the coder perspective, right, you understand it better, you go inside of it. If you rely on from scratch to create an application, this is what you're going to get. It will try to create something, it will try to ensure, okay, this time error is not there, and while doing that it will create two more errors, right? That is very common while you blindly go and create the app using this. Okay, see, it has started finding out there are two issues: get score color, etc., etc., and that is what it will try to fix. Let's see if it will work or not. And if you want to see that what all files are created, this is where you look at it. These are the files which are created, and we will be able to download it. We will be using cursor for that to further make it better, right? If you want to add some things on top of it. Now, what we are going to do this time, again, we are going to open in new tab. Let's see if this is working, and it has worked on those issues. So we'll again put one of the resume. Let's click on analyze resume, and this time you can see we have got the output. Are you able to see in on screen? Are you guys able to see on screen? It has used Gemini API, and the resume what we give as an input, it is giving me the output in a structured manner, right? So overall ATS score is, let's say, 95 out of 100. What all functionality, what all improvements needs to be made in the summary, as strength, as improvements, as work experience, education, what are the recommendation, etc., etc. It can print result also as a PDF, and you can take it forward like this. Okay, are you guys able to see this? Are you guys able to see this? Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? We are able to create our first application. Lot of here and there, right? Lot of back and forth. Lot of times you will see an error and you ask Replit to work on it. But we are able to create our application. Until I am on this page, you will also be able to use this. If I go to, let's say, new analysis, it will come back to the view where I am. Again, I can put the resume and I can check it. If I am going to share this link in the chat, you can also see this application. until I am right now on this page. Until I am on this page, you will also be able to see this, right? If you want to check your resume, you can very well do so. You can very well do so. You can check your own resume as well. Okay. Are you guys able to click on that link and see the application? Are you guys able to click on that link and see the application? Give a quick thumbs up if you are able to click on this link, which I have put in the chat. Yes? Great. Great. So, in a way, we have created our AI powered web application. This is what our AI powered web application is. Simple. We can put in the resume and it will give me all the different improvements, ATS score, and what needs to be done. Everything is mentioned over here, and top five recommendation, however you want to use it, right? If you want to see the history, if you click on history, you will see I have checked for two resumes over there, etc., etc. All those things you can see. Now, the important point is, let's say I have created this application. I want to get the file which I am going to use it for further improvement. So I can get that as well. On this platform itself, you have this. Once you click over here, it will give you all the files and code which it has written. So you can just download as zip. Once you have downloaded it, let me open it up. I'll stop sharing my screen and share the, let me share the entire screen. Okay. So what I'm going to do, this is what we did, and we have downloaded the resume ranker zip. I'm going to click here. I'm going to check this. This is what the files were in it. In this particular folder, you have all the codes and everything written. Now, I will use cursor. Cursor is something. Cursor is an IDE which has AI powered agents, and you can use those agents, interact with it to easily do the updates as well as understand the code and do further improvements, right? So I'm going to click on that link of cursor if I have to give you. So you can find it in here itself. Let me give you the link over here. This is your cursor, although this whole PPT will be shared with you. Now, again, this is a lot of things you get as free. You open the project and you go to, let's say, downloads. You click on this resume ranker, and this is what you are going to see. Okay. You have all the files which you can go through, how AI has written. Is there any changes you needs to be done? Now, for that, you need to understand how does it work, what is this main.py, what are this host, port, etc., etc. Even though code is written over here, you need to understand how this is working, right? It has given you an application, but now if you want to go further, you need to understand how does it work, right? You can put file processor. I can directly write over here in the new chat, run this application locally. It might not be running. If you check locally, it means in my own laptop. I'm not running it on this Replit. I'm trying to see if I can run this application on local, right? And there will be certain steps, there will be certain things which it will do. It will give you a lot of links over here, and you will again go into the same loop. There will be some error coming. Again, you will ask, let's say, AI to work on it, and back and forth it will go on. Now, once you go through this, let's say if I click on this local host, it's not running right now, and you have to understand that you will go in the same structure. Again, you will go in the same step where you give the prompt, it's not running, give me optimize it further, look into the changes, etc., etc., right? Now, what we have seen overall is we are able to create our first AI app, which is ETS resume analyzer. You can put your resume over here, and it will give you the output as what is the ATS score, etc., etc. You have created your first AI powered resume checker. Three things I have used: Gemini API, key, and prompt. Prompt key was used to get put some input of your resume, and then output will be what is the ATS score and different uh, in different sections what is something which needs to be improved. Then I have used Replit where I can create the web application, and then I have used Cursor ID in my system so that I can further change it and if I want to do some improvements. So this is where you might be feeling कि सब कुछ तो यहाँ पे हो जा रहा है, everything is happening over here. Then why do I need to get into this? What are the challenges? And if you are kind of thinking it deep, you will understand that it's very, very, very important to understand what is happening in the code, right? What is something what your Replit has given, right? What code has been written for you, how it is designed. If you don't understand that, you won't be able to do improvements, and as in your overall platform will become more and more complex. If you put something as an input to AI, it will solve one but create three more problems for you. And that is what is going to be always issue with overall system. Now let's understand that what we have created as AI powered resume checker, is this enough? Right? Is this enough? This is the part which all of you guys think about it and get more into the builder mindset, right? Not just a coder. Coding is something, it was done, you can see a lot of files were created, but is it enough? How it is going to go ahead? Something which is used by something that is being used by users, hundreds of users, thousands of users, and you remember two three important terms mentioned by Pawan as well, right? Security. What is the security? What's the scalability over there, right? These are some things which will come as a challenge. And let's start with the next step. That is stage one. You have created your app, but can anyone use it? You have built a Gemini powered resume checker, right? You have worked hard, right? Opening the zip. First, unzip that. Superior, please unzip that first. Please unzip it, and then you can open it in Cursor. You have to unzip that folder. Okay. So now, here, let's come back to this. Let's come back to our uh, first scenario. Okay. Because now we are going to understand what really goes in the backend, how everything works. If you look at it, uh, from the enterprise point of view, if you are joining the company, if you are working with lot of people over there in different teams, how any simple app like this Gemini powered resume checker, how complex it becomes, right? So let's say you have worked for 2 weeks or you have worked for 15-20 minutes, lot of things you will also add and see what can be done. The core logic is done. What I have shown to you, that was the demo, right? That was just a demo. You have talked to your manager or somebody in business and you have said, okay, great job, can we go live? Can I share this with 100 students right now? Can this particular application be shared with 100 different people? Now, not everybody is like you, thinking from a code point of view. Not everybody is interested in creating these kind of app by themselves, right? They want to use it, some software, some application, so that they can get this easily, right? If they are from marketing background, operations background, etc., etc. Now, in that case, right now, this particular application, what we created, it was functional. You could get the output, you could get everything around it, but you are not right now ready for the as a product for the market. It's not yet ready as a product for the market. So you realize there is no deployment. What we did was simple. We got the application, but it's not deployed. It's not something, if I'm going to cut my application of Replit and share that link with you won't be able to open it. As long as my server is up, as long as I am on this particular link over here, that link which I have shared, it will work. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's not deployed. You cannot keep this open always on your laptop, right? You, at some point, you are going to close that. है ना? So you need to deploy it. You need to understand there will be cloud involved, cloud like AWS, GCP, like Pawan also mentioned. This is Google Cloud Platform, right? Where it's a, I would say, these are the servers which you use on rent to run your application. You need somewhere, some server where data is stored, where your application is running, and lot more things happening over there. Codes are run. You don't have to worry about keeping your laptop open. Rather, it will run 24/7. Okay, that is what the deployment part is. You need to properly deploy it. No user logging or tracking. Right now, we don't have any user logging or tracking. Who is using it? Is there any issue happening? No error handling. If somebody is putting their resume and that format is not correct, there must be some errors coming in for that user. Do I get to know? Do I get to know what type of errors are coming in so that I can improve my application? No way to update without breaking things. Now, this application, once you go live, you will keep on doing some of the changes, right? You will keep on doing some of the changes. You are going to change it, but if it is not configured in a certain manner where CI/CD pipelines, continuous integration, continuous deployment, right? So continuous developments and deployments, right? So if that those things are not set up, you won't be able to push a new version without breaking it. You always see that there are some new version update and install kind of prompt is given on mobile phones, on applications, and on different softwares, right? How it is done, this is the way where you don't break the current live system. Rather, you give a prompt, you can update it. How do you set that up? All those things are still missing. If you ask AI to do it, if you expect AI will do all such things, you will incur 100 such errors and you won't be able to solve it. So as a software engineer, if you are interested in this, you will get the demo, you will get certain things quickly rolled out in terms of getting the visual of it. But when you go deeper into it and creating the overall functional thing, it requires effort. It's kind of like you have a model bridge versus the real bridge. Lot of difference, lot of things you need to look at. Now, what I have tried to do over here is I'm trying to give you a overview of how any team will look like, right? When this application is there and you want to make it functional, you want to earn something because you will spend money on your cloud, you will spend money on certain other things over there. You need a overall planning. How does it go? So there will be, let's say, 3 4 steps. There are certain teams that will get involved over here. And when you think about the builder mindset versus coder mindset, coder is someone who will just sitting at one place thinking about his application, just that he will write the code and everything is functional. But from a builder mindset, you take the responsibility of how things are running. Is what is going to be the key factor? What all things you need to look at in terms of improve this particular application, right? So builder mindset is you understand overall how things will work, right? So here, let's say there are 4 different teams, right? There are 4 different teams and they are working in sync, because in enterprise, when we talk about, it's not going to be only you or somebody tech person who will be doing this, right? Now, if I give you the hint over here, there are 4 teams in this case. Which one do you think will be the job of marketing team? Answer me in the chat if you're listening. First step is, let's start collecting email leads via landing page to build hype. Second is, I will prepare onboarding steps and first use instructions. We will need to plan support ticketing. What if resume uploads fail? I'll deploy the app, build landing page authentication, etc. etc. There are 4 people involved here from the different teams to make this particular application which you have created to go live, right? So which one do you think is for marketing, or which one do you think is for marketing? Just give me a number in the chat. What do you guys think? Which what will be done by marketing team? Now, initially, I'll give you a direction. Okay, I'll give you a direction to think about so that you understand what a builder mindset is going to be. So if I go next, you will see now there are people from different teams. Marketing team, they will think about this application, how that will go live, right? How it will be used by multiple people, how they can build the hype over there. So let's start collecting the email leads and landing page to build hype. Product team will think about, okay, how do I make the user experience better so that there is onboarding step, first use instructions, etc. etc. Operations team will think about, we will need a plan support. We need to plan support ticketing. If let's say there are some issues, uploads fail, if somebody wants to connect, raise the ticket, there will be somebody who will be looking at it. Now, you can see these 3 requirements. Now, tech will think about, I will deploy the app, build landing page because marketing team needs to collect the email, right? Implement error tracking system, implement ticketing system, implement analytics, CI/CD, etc., etc. Add onboarding instruction and integrate help section over here. So tech will support all the teams and try to involve here different people to work in a enterprise way. Okay, to work in a enterprise way. So Kadam has answered first, and that's actually correct, right? All of you guys try to participate and you will see it very interesting, and put it in the chat section itself. So this is how it will work in work in sync, different teams working to ensure that this particular application is running, and tech team supports those integrations so that everything is happening synchronously and then effortlessly. The next, let's say the next stage is very simple. You have deployed it, everything is running right now. What is the next step, right? Let's say next step is your app broke after sudden spike in users. So marketing team, they started sharing it, they started putting it on LinkedIn, on YouTube, etc., etc., running ads on it, etc., etc., right? Now you deployed your Gemini powered resume checker last month. A career influencer share it on LinkedIn. Your traffic is how many users are coming. It spiked from 10 users a day to 800 users in 30 minutes. Okay, it's got from 10 users to 800 users in 30 minutes. Suddenly pages are stuck, resume uploads timeout, Gemini is not working, team is flooding with complaints. Now you have hit the first real world product bottleneck, scaling, which Pawan also mentioned, right? This is where now you think about, okay, it is right now working for users, let's say 10, 15 users. But when I see the sudden spike, lot of people are, let's say, started using it, then how do we manage it, right? Then how do we manage it? Now you think about it. Again, all the teams, they come in picture. They start, they start here in terms of how do we collaborate to tackle this. You will see different teams again, right? First team is saying we analyze majority of failure happens when size is this. We can reduce pressure on Gemini by capping resume size to 1 MB and reduce the load time. That's one team. I will refactor the resume scoring flow to be asynchronous, cap the upload size, upload triggers as background task. User gets notified when their school is ready. High CPU monitoring and trigger alerts. That is done by some other team. Then I'll add temporary status banner. We are experiencing the high traffic, etc., etc. This also you will integrate in the application in the front view. And I'll prepare a support response template, manage the ticket with full force. And fourth is let's immediately pause all paid campaigns. Now here, tell me guys, uh, where do you think operation, who, which team is, or what is the responsibility here for operations team? One, two, three, four. Just answer in chat. It's a fun engagement, and you will see that how you well you have understood this. Let me also check this so that you understand that is this enough, and what do you face as a challenge when you get into the real setup at enterprise level. So tell me, answer me in the chat. Which one do you think is the job of operations out of all these? Because builder mindset, they need to look at all the aspects. Now if you want to become a software engineer, it's not going to be enough if you just look at the coding side of it. You have to understand the overall enterprise level. So anybody here, what do you think the job of operations team would be? What do you think the job of operations team is going to be? Kadam, anyone, put it in the chat. I want to see if you guys are understanding it or not. Put it in the chat. Who is going to be, what is going to be done by operations team over here? So if you look at four options, right? If you look at these four options, you are going to realize, let me quickly stop sharing my screen and make it easy for all of you guys to understand. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So, so Supriya has mentioned two. Now, two is not something which is done by operations team. It is done by tech team. If you look thinking from the tech side of it, of course, second is the correct answer. If I go to the answer, you will see first is done by product. So product team, product managers, they look at, are they analyst in their team, they analyze that what is the majority of when majority of failures are happening, what is the customer behavior, what are the suggestions done over there which can be given to tech and or other teams to make your application more efficient. Tech team will go more into I will refactor the resume, cap the upload size, upload triggers, setting up alerts of high CPU users, etc. etc. Operations team will look into how they manage the tickets, how they manage the high traffic when some issues are happening. So operations team, they work on it, and their requirement will also come to tech to ensure that all those things are running fine. Marketing team will look at pausing all the ads and doing certain things. Maybe they will, next time they will collect some information or integrate certain things in tech so that they are able to track these kind of issues clearly, right? So any problem which you see, it's going to be as a team you will be working. So you have to think from a perspective that I am not just here doing something alone. There are teams, they will come together, they will put up, okay, this measure should be done, this should be the onboarding step. If we are pausing the ad, there will be some components on website or on the application which will be hidden, etc etc. So that is how it will work as stage 2. Now stage 3, let's say you have looked at that suddenly there is someone who mentioned as their resume, when they upload it, it is available on Google. It's not protected, it's something which is live. Something is there in terms of security. Whatever emails and details of those resumes, etc etc, it is available on Google. You have not put the right security over there. So what went wrong? Let's say uploaded files were stored in public folder. So there might be mistake, right? Google indexed them. Anyone with the link could access them, right? So there were certain issues over there because of which people can see the email ID or resume just available as public, right? This is where you have to protect the trust of your user. Security comes in picture. Again, there is a whole team that will be involved over there. So you will see, let's add a clear message before upload. We should also review the full upload flow and make sure files can't be accessed without login. I'll move all the uploaded resumes to AWS S3, and something which you are going to do as time limit download link so that Google cannot access it. Then I'll reach out to user, assure them we have direct deleted the file, etc. etc. We should run campaign that we care about privacy and we are rolling out the fix right now. So when this is something that is done in collaboration, team will come together to again the same thing to solve this issue. Now every team is going to interact with tech, ensure that they play their own part, and everything is right now integrated in the right manner. Okay. Next, let's go to the next part. We have talked about the security. Now we will talk about the credibility. Again, the same issue happens. Let's say somebody put the blank resume or some thing as, let's say, very generic kind of resume they mentioned, like I have worked in the very reputed company and these are my responsibilities. Because your Gemini and all the backend will be very generic in terms of checking it, checking the keywords, checking the certain things around it. But if somebody has mentioned as BTech done at reputed university, okay, Gemini will start giving higher ATS score, which is not true in a way, and those things you need to handle, right? So user, let's say, tap types there, I'm highly motivated, clicks submit, and he got 95, right? So you will see people start talking about it, that this app is a joke, it scores anything. It does not have those fail safes, it does not have those checkers. So you have hit the credibility part over there. There will be some fallbacks. You need to put certain things over there so that people are, whatever they are seeing, that is credible enough in terms of ATS score. It should not be like you are giving anything to anyone, right? Whatever you upload, it will score it. It will check whether it's a credible resume or not, and accordingly it will give you the output. That's the credibility part. So again, you will see different teams like product. They will analyze it. They will mention, okay, 100 words should be the minimum for your resume. Now tech team, as you will start putting minimum word count, check for key sections, block low quality inputs before sending them to Gemini, so that your system is not rigged, your system is credible enough. Then operations team will do certain things, support reply, etc etc. Marketing team will run again campaign or certain things around your application so that people are trusting your platform. Also, whatever output it is showing, that is credible enough. You go to the last part. Let's say this is the last stage where you think about it. You have solved for all these, but the next, what next? It's not going to be done. What you have got from AI, you can see lot of things now you have to do on top of it. Now it will always be what next, how it should be done better. Can we make this application a really wholesome overall, right? Your AI resume checker is now live. Now the CEO or some business person, your team wants to take it to the next level where you are putting more features that is required, right? You club it down, you make sure that your product is actually utilized by someone with more other functionalities. If you are seeing what all issues are coming over here, most user drop off after first resume score, एक बार आए score लिया और चले गए, right? Always they will say ki, okay, what's next, what should be there, so that people are hooked, people are coming to this platform over and over again. Then only you can monetize, get the money. I have not gone into payment stack and finances, because that is also something which you have to integrate over here, right? Colleges are interested in using it for placements, want help with cover letters, job matching, etc., etc. So that is something which you will be getting into to improve the product, right? So now you are going from MVP to real product, real platform. MVP is minimum viable product. What you have got, a product which is working with all the users with one functionality which you have made it really good. Now you want to make it a wholesome platform where you can give it to colleges. Colleges will have their own dashboard with their own student, other college will have their own dashboard with their own students, and they will track the ATS score. Student will have their own platform, which college they belong to. So that is where it becomes a platform. That is where it becomes from just a simple MVP, minimum viable product, to a full enterprise level platform where lot of colleges, lot of users are using it concurrently, right? So that is where your next team will come in picture. You have product team. Let's turn into a complete career tool, add a cover letter, dashboards, etc., etc. Tech again will take the inputs from all the team. Whatever is required at right places, they will start looking into it, they will start adding it, and that's how it happens, and it goes on in a recurring basis. Again, what you have added, it will sometimes face the issue of credibility issue, sometimes it will face the security issue, maybe scaling issue, etc., etc., will come. And I have not touched upon optimizing the cost of your you know whatever cloud platform you are using, Gemini, etc., etc. So optimizing the code, making sure that your code is, or your platform is wholesome in nature, with error free, as well as it is scalable, security, credibility, all those things are present. So I wanted to give you the view from the first part, where simply what how easy it is to create a AI powered app, and then certain stages where you feel that it's not just this, right? It's not just कि AI can create this. Now software engineers, their job is done. No, from there your job start. AI will just give you demo always. It will give you a demo. It will give you certain things, but if you don't know what code is doing, if you don't know how to improve on it, how to integrate something over on top of this, you will always be struggling. So if you want to become an engineer, if you want to become a software engineer, you need to have a builder mindset, not just coder. It works on my machine lot of times, and we always talk in these sections now, where it's not like you have created an application, you have become a developer or code, you have become somebody who will be respected in the coding field. It should be thought from a mindset that it works for a real users at scale, right? You are, as a coder, generally they think about, okay, I will build features in isolation. No, you will build systems with reliability, security, scale in mind, collaboration with the team. You understand their point of view, you understand user feedback, and then based on that, whatever is the suggestion, based on that you trickle it down and make sure that you are moving further with right things, right? Ownership, this is where I want to highlight a lot, right? As a fresher, if you want to get into this, if you are thinking to get into software engineering, and if you really want to stand out, then ownership is something you have to understand, that you don't just deliver what is assigned, right? You proactively own the product outcome. You look at the errors, the logging, where issues are happening, how it can be improved. You give suggestion to the team, you have an interaction with operations, what all type of issues are raised by users in tickets. You understand from marketing team what people are expecting, what they are talking about, and you are you are having a builder mindset, and that is what is required in this new world of intelligent era. Because a lot of things, maybe coding is something which will be made easier for you, but on top of it, these layers of adding the intelligence as well as the reliability thing for a platform, from MVP to taking it to an enterprise level platform, it requires lot of engineers with a builder mindset, and then only it will happen, right? Visibility, no logging or tracking, ads log, monitoring, error alerts, etc., etc. Growth readiness, you stop at MVP. Lot of coder, why they don't feel interest in this, because they think about कि इतना तो बन गया हो गया, and उसके बाद जो है कुछ भी बोलने पे जो है they are like कि ठीक है, मतलब they are not so much interested. They have created one simple thing, but then they are losing interest over there. That's not how it works. If you look at the just simple MVP which let's say we created today, you won't be able to break that barrier of becoming real engineer. It's like you are sitting in a lab and creating the model bridge, but once you go out there and you create a bridge, real bridge, then only you understand the complexity of the real world. And that is what is there right now happening with software engineers. They have to come out of this MVP thought process when you are starting it off as a fresher, and get into plans for features, teams, users as a platform, security, reliability. All those things are important to talk about and important to understand. Great. So I hope you guys have understood this. Give a quick thumbs up, guys, if you are able to relate, understand what I am trying to deliver over here, right? The first part, it's easy to create the AI powered web app. It's easy to create, your first demo, your MVP. But then that is where your real software engineering begins, right? That is where you talk about you get into the deep ocean of how from this it can become a full-fledged platform where millions and millions of people are using it. You collaborate with the team, having the builder mindset. Give a quick thumbs up, guys, if you have understood this. Any questions, any thing which you want to ask, put it in the chat. We will talk about it. We will try to answer those, right? Now, before I go ahead, right, we have seen all these different things, different aspect of it. Now, as to become a software engineer, full stack engineer, web developer, how do we start it, right? How should we plan it? And that is where I'll call Pawan again on stage, and he will be talking about his journey and how he started, what roadmap did he follow. Let's hear him out, let's understand from him, and accordingly you guys can think about what's going to work for you, right? So hey Pawan, welcome back on stage.
Uh, hey, hello. That was a
Hello.
great. That was a great, comprehensive, practical, and it was very brilliant.
So I'm
So
sure, see this mindset, when you have joined and when you are now looking at different teams, you might be able you are relating it, right? That this is something which is generally missing in people now, right? They think about software engineering just writing the code and something is done. It's not like that. It's a collaborative effort where talk to the people, you are part of a team, you are understanding how it should be improved, and lot of nuances over there which you need to make sure that you are comfortable with.
yes.
Now, Pawan, here, let's start with one simple understanding, right? What was the roadmap for you, right? When you started, when you wanted to, because you were very much interested how clicks will happen, how buttons are designed. So, how did you start? What was your roadmap?
Yeah. So, like basically, I come from like background where I also always like curious about how websites work. So as I mentioned earlier, so like how clicking a button magically does something. So that curiosity slowly turned into interest, and I started learning HTML, CSS, just to explore, but I wasn't clear about what direction to take. So like when I started with Monstack, so I got to know that Monstack is something like uh, which is known as like full stack web development. So I started learning, initially started with JavaScript. So you all might know that JavaScript is a like language for used for like building websites and all. So nowadays it is also like you can also run it uh, uh, in Node.js environment for building backend apps. So I used to struggle a lot to understand asynchronous programming and some of the topics to like promises and all. So and I slowly started you know, uh, building the apps. So I started building like small web apps, like landing page and connecting the JavaScript script to HTML pages, and connect these are the things which I did initially, and it led to me like it led to understanding like how like these full stack web apps work. So slowly I started connecting the dots. And I started learning React JS. So first, I started, basically I completed all the basics of JavaScript and the coding part, all the like logical things like how to map the arrays. There are like a lot of data structures involved here. So arrays, strings, objects, and oops mainly. So these are the basics. You have to first get hands-on experience, then you can go to frameworks and libraries like React.js. And so React.js, I think you might all know that React.js is a library to build uh, web apps. So uh, I used to remember like I used to struggle with understanding Redux library, which is integrated in React apps basically. So now, if you see the Replit, it is a great example that it generates code in like few minutes. So it's actually it's crazy, right? So we can utilize them, and you can just learn any topics in a like very small amount of time, and you can boost your productivity by building apps, not just by learning the basics and foundation of these programming languages. So for me it took at least 2 3 months to just to get idea like how JavaScript behaves. But now if you guys are thinking to start, it's very easy. Anyone can, I think, if I can become a full stack developer, I think anyone can here become full stack developer, build apps where millions of users can use. So you can see them live, and it's actually beautiful, to see our uh, like our work is being used by someone out there in the world. So we also get feedbacks. So basically, you just need to start slowly, not to like it's actually overwhelming because the web, like becoming a software engineer, is like very vast. Some of them say like DSA is important, system design. System design is also very important for uh, like understanding how your app is like built, like architecture of your app, the backend architecture. So mainly you should focus step by step. So you should just start like with JavaScript, build some landing page, use HTML, CSS, build curiosity, be patient. So take helps, join communities, join groups, take help from your friends. If you're stuck, don't worry. There are a lot of AI tools out there. uh, you can just write a prompt, you can get the solutions. When I was started, I didn't have any tools. I used to get stuck. We used to have meetings like building, how to build this, how to write this one, this logics. So it was very tedious, and it was very time taking to uh, you know uh, get a solution from these things. Right nowadays, it's very easy. It actually boosts productivity. Even in my job, every day I use AI. I do use GitHub Copilot. It's actually free for some days, so I can just go ahead and start set up your VS Code, and just start writing prompt, get everything, just start connecting the dots. You just ask questions, what is this, what is that, and you slowly build that logic, that idea of how this works. So I know this is like very it's a washed thing. Washed. It has very big syllabus. Even when I saw the roadmap, I was very afraid to start. Like, is this the right path for me? I mean, it's very big. I mean, so I was just afraid. So when I started, I initially scared, and I got to I got the hands-on experience while building the projects, and then coming to the uh, like job ready, becoming a job ready. So you must have a portfolio where you can showcase your work, right? So you need to have that skill sets to showcase that I have built this, and you can utilize LinkedIn to post your work, and you can ask the feedback from other users there. So you can make connections, you can build the connections, and uh, uh, you can just ask for referrals. So main thing is you just need to build projects and prepare for interviews. So for preparing for interviews, you need to have your basics strong. So and you need to explain your projects very well, and how you build, how you started, and all. So like what all the tech stacks So there are a lot of things are there. Not only JavaScript, Node, React, and MongoDB is not a full stack development. When I joined organization, I got to know the real work here. A lot of things are involved here. Like basically, when you start building UI, uh, it's not only related to like front end part. So yeah, you get a lot of bugs there. You need to fix every day. But apart from that, you need to have like you need to have a monitoring system as well. As Alok mentioned, we need to have visibility in our application. What's going on? What if something happens, or what if our app crashes? Like what was the issue? How did it happen? Like I currently am working on the same thing, like visibility into our application. So trust me, I didn't have any clue what is this, what is monitoring means. So you just gave me, like, you just need to do this. You need to log the errors. You need to set up the alerts. Whenever whatever happens, we need to have a visibility into our application, that whatever like happens, we need to have a solution for that. So to find out solutions, we need to know what happened, right? So basically, security, scalability, and visibility into our application are like very key things to have, to maintain and to scale our application to millions of users. So yeah, that's pretty much about me. And I think a lot of guys here like trying to get into software engineering field. Uh, like I wish them a luck, all the best. So you can start out right away, because lot of AI tools there. Uh, YouTube tutorials. Uh, you can enroll into AlmaBetter's program. So it's very structured. So you can do a certification, and you should have a portfolio, basically. So these are the things you
Correct.
need to keep in mind to get a job and become a software engineer. So after landing a job, it's a different story. You really slowly uh, improve yourself day by day, and it's actually a
Correct.
long journey, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a career choice, right?
Yeah.
And when you get into this, you realize it's a lot. There are a lot of things to learn, right? And on top of it, lot of things keeps changing, right? You will see right now this platform is being used, then some other platform will be integrated, or some other tool or languages will be integrated. A lot of times we have seen companies, they switch from, let's say, X language to Y language. Now you have to learn it, you have to change it, you have to update your overall software, right? That's how it works. Now that is like there were a couple of things which you mentioned, and I would like to highlight that, right? First thing is, when you are thinking into getting into software engineering, it looks overwhelming, right? You think about where to start, how quickly I can see some output, right? And that is where like in recent 5 6 months back, we updated our curriculum, and that is where we have added one simple thing. Let's start with no code, right? Create some kind of application like this or in WordPress, so that you first see the output in front of you. Okay, you are creating this. Once you see it, that's a different kind of dopamine which will come. Earlier, Pavan, if you remember, we used to have JavaScript of 2 modules, 2 months that JavaScript used to go, right? And then after that, HTML, CSS, React will come. So what we have done now, initially when people they look at it, they understand, okay, why right now WordPress may be not enough, what do I need to create next, right? Then they get more into HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create similar website with using this functionality. So they have upgraded a bit from no code to low code, I would say.
Yeah.
And then next front end, when you get into, you have React JS in depth, you understand how React is working. Then we have Next.js also, and very important thing, logging, monitoring, right? Enterprise level. So from academic to enterprise, how do you understand that there should be a very less difference? There should be something where when you go into company, when you're sitting for interviews, your portfolio as well as how you are explaining, you have that thought process. Maybe you won't be able to create everything in your portfolio as a project. There will be a certain level to it, there will be certain extent to it, but when you talk about it, right, that's what also you mentioned, when you talk about the project, interviewer will definitely look at you and ask or analyze that whether this person has the understanding of overall or not. Is it just like as a coder mindset or builder mindset kind, right?
Yes.
So that is how we have also designed. Now all of you guys here who have joined and trying to get into this field, it might look overwhelming, but it's actually very satisfying. At the end of it, you are going to get a skill that is invincible. I always say that tech people, developers are the backbone of tech. AI, data analyst, data scientist, all those guys are there playing their own role. But if I talk about the backbone of tech, those guys are software engineers, right? Software engineers are the backbone of tech. Otherwise, this whole system will crumble. So you need good software engineers. You need good people over here to get into it and build more reliable and next level systems.
True.
Great. All right, Pavan, thank you so much. I'll talk about it, and then at the end we will get into the Q&A. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for sharing your insights and your roadmap. How did you start? Okay.
Thanks for this opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right, guys. So you heard from Pavan, you heard from what was his mindset and how did he kind of thought about getting into it, working on the project, and starting small, right? Starting small. How do you start small and then you build on top of it, right? How do you do that? Okay, so now let's talk about role of AlmaBetter. How do we look at it? Let me give you an understanding so that you also, if you want to get into it, lot of choice, lot of things, but how do we have structured? So I was giving a synopsis of it. So let's say what program we have, how do we think about it? We have understood one basic, one simple thing, and that is very, very important, is curriculum. When you start it off, it becomes very daunting in nature when you start your software engineering. If you get into code and don't see the visual output, because application building is very much like visual output. Once you get that, that dopamine takes you to a next level. So we start with, let's say, no code. Then you get into JavaScript, front end basics, HTML, CSS. Then after that, you take your own time for React development. Now, if you know React to a good level, or if you are confident with React, you will get the job, you will break into development part. No denial in that, if you know really good Wayment React. So that's why you have to spend time over here. Then there is a level of DSA with Python, which we covered, because if you know Python as well as a language, it helps you with your future AI and etc. What we have in our module, that how do you integrate, how do you use AI. Python is very crucial part to it when you want to create models, or when you want to do more with AI, right? So if you want to get over there in future, then Python is something which helps you. So that's why DSA with Python is something which is preferable. Earlier, people used to do DSA with Java, C++. In fact, you can do Java, DSA with JavaScript as well. But DSA with Python and understanding of Python gives you an edge. Then you have backend development, DevOps, and security, system security. And then you need to have a product management mindset also. So overall, it takes 6 to 8 months for you to get into this, making yourself comfortable. It might take you longer, it might take you let's say 8 to 10 months as well, or it might take you 6 months, depends upon how you grasp it, how much time you are giving it. If you are putting, let's say, 3 to 4 hours on a daily basis, then it will take you 6 to 8 months max to getting yourself comfortable with this. As Pawan also mentioned, it's a very vast field. It's not like that you have spent 6 to 8 months, now it's done. It's not like any government job. You always have to learn, you have to train yourself, you have to learn new things. That will always come in your job, but at least to break into it, to get yourself started, that is where you need to at least spend 6 to 8 months with a full focus on front end, bit of back end. As a fresher, if you're getting into, not too much of back end or not too much of system DevOps, etc., etc. But what you have to be best at is React development. You know how to write codes in React, how to create applications in React, and bit of DSA, which again, you don't need to have advanced level DSA. You need to have a DSA to a certain extent. That helps you. Why people are asking, or it's still they are asking interviews, because now uh, lot of codes or lot of optimization you can do using the chat GPT or Gemini. But DSA helps you brush up your logic building. DSA is kind of like why aptitude is asked in cat, right? So aptitude is like, it's very simple. You have to calculate, profit, etc., etc. Those things, why it is asked, because it checks your logic building, it checks your understanding of simple calculations, how you can do it, right? That's what DSA is. DSA, in a way, it's not like during web application you will be writing linked list or search or sorting from scratch. Very rarely you are going to do. But that gives you a thought process, that makes your mind sharp in terms of logic building, and that is super important, to have a logic building over here. There are certain key highlights which I want to talk about. Like, you have live sessions, you have, so recently we also started job simulations. Now, from the next batches, they are going to have a team. They will be with a team in during your placement journey. You will be teamed with data analyst or people from data science team, and you will be as a front end developer or back end developer, depends upon what your level is, and then projects will be done. Why? Because we have understood that if we want to ensure that fresher or somebody who is right now getting into this field, they want to clear the interviews and make themselves comfortable during that time, they need to work cross function. So that's what we have included: job simulations, team placements, projects, mentors, they come, they help you with assignments. So all those things are ensured so that you break into the first job. And that is what we are solving at AlmaBetter. First job in tech domain, data science, web development, software engineering, what mindset you should be having and how you can break into it. That's what we do it at AlmaBetter. So this is what the synopsis or key highlights what we are giving over here. You have master's journey, specialization track. We have masters in cloud computing. If you're doing for long term cloud security, DevOps, all those things comes under master. Because if you do masters in cloud computing, you are thinking for next 2 3 4 years of experience, what are you going to do and get to learn. That is what is here. When you have when you are in certification, at for first job, if you want to, but you do break in, that is what you make yourself comfortable. So that's what the overall difference is. That is where you are going to be kind of starting your journey if you want to get into this. Now, towards the end of it, I will tell you one thing, guys. If you have any question, you can put it in the chat. You can put it in the Q&A. I will bring Pawan again on screen, and we will try to answer a few questions. We'll try to have interaction with you guys. So please feel free to get your doubts resolved. Okay. So Pawan, welcome back. Right. This time we will start with one question which Supriya has mentioned. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Priya is asking, so how can I create my first ever project so that I can proceed with competitions? Like, what approach is needed and how I can start building projects?
Okay. So, yeah. Hi, Supriya. So, that's actually an interesting question. So, your first project, doesn't have to be big or complex. So, think of a real world problem you face in daily life. So, like maybe a notes app, a resume builder, or a habit tracker or to-do list app, and build a basic version of it, right? So, you just need to try to use this full stack you have learned. So even if like in a small way, uh, right? So you can utilize React, Node, and Express to build the server. and connect that server to backend. You can use MongoDB to save the data. So in the front end, you can use React app, and you just need to, like, when the project idea comes from your own life, so you feel more motivated, right? So like don't wait for the perfection. So you can just like most beginners, I when I started, I used to like delay a lot. I used to think a lot, like what I should do, what needs to be implemented. So you just need to know, like you can just start away, like if you don't need to know everything. So just build one feature at a time. uh, for example, you can build a to-do list and see how the functionality works. So implement a basic feature. You can integrate a chatbot into your application, and like make it more interactive. So like once you build it, push it to the GitHub or some hosting platform like Netlify or Vercel. So these are the platforms which provide free hosting for your like React application, Next.js applications. So then you can share it during hackathons, or even in your resume, right? So yeah, like uh, so like even if it's a simple feature, uh, try to add a small AI integration, which makes your app or project look more like 10x smarter. And yeah, it's like, so my advice is like don't overthink. Pick a small real life problem, break it into parts, like uh, ask ChatGPT, Gemini, like what should, like what is the roadmap to build this? What I should learn to develop this project? So what all the technologies I need to know, like how in depth I have to learn to build this app, right? So break it into parts, build with what you know, and improve as you go, right? So that's how you build confidence, and that's how I started.
Correct. Very well put, Pawan. Very well mentioned this, because that is where you have to, one very important point which you mentioned, right? Pick something which you relate to, right? Initially, like to-do list, or a resume builder, or in fact resume checker, like this, right? Something which you will be using and you will be kind of motivated to complete this. Don't go complex project to begin with. Simple to-do
Yes.
list, can I create it? Let's say you fix on it. In fact, you can create very simple timer also, right? You just have a timer and you have a very good UI with this. That will give you a push that, okay, I have created this, I have coded it, I have deployed it, I can see the output, right? There are a lot of, as you mentioned, right, there are a lot of free hosting places where you can go and website pe aap dal sakte ho, it will be deployed. You don't have to spend money over there. So that's how you start. Simple but quick, right? You don't have to wait for it. It happens, right? People, they generally wait, kar lete hain, fir then we will create the app. That's
See,
very common.
there are a lot of hackathons will be going on. I still remember the website name, like DevPost. I think DevPost and some of the hackathon platforms are there, which will be hosting some hackathons, and they also uh, invite, like it's actually free, right? So you can call out your friends and make a group and start building and start joining the hackathons, and there will be like rewards will be given for first and second third prizes. So you don't need to go in person to hackathons. So there are a lot of websites you can sign in and just start your hackathon
Yeah, yeah,
journey, right? So
correct.
yeah.
Great. So now, Pawan, I hope, Supriya, this answers your question, right? And thank you so much for asking your question. And everyone, please put in your doubts, your questions. Utilize this, time to get your doubts cleared, right? Make yourself confident to take the next step. Okay, in your journey, how do you want to take it forward? Now, Pawan, one thing which a lot of people, they have kind of in mind, right? That I am from non-tech. I have certain, because you need to have interest in coding, right? You need to have some interest towards building something, then only you can push it. But they have this doubt that they're from non-tech. They might find difficulty, or there will be difficulties in getting into company, getting their first job. So what are your views on this?
Yeah, basically everyone has that fear. even non-tech and tech people. Like, so I come from a uh, tech background. I have completed bachelor's of computer applications. Uh, but even some of my friends who are from non-tech background, like mechanical engineering field, and some of them are like civil engineering field. So they actually started this journey with me, and even they used to have this doubts. So like whether I can do it or not. But having some like group of friends who share the same interest with you, making having a like daily conversation with them. Hey, today what you learned, and keeping your like track of your journey. So that builds interest. Eventually, if my friend is building that, and it is very exciting to see that how we built it. Like, even I can do it, right? So you just need to uh, build that interest, uh, and you have to try out things, and you eventually fail, right? Everybody fails. So when you fail, you will get to know, like, yeah, I mean, where I'm failing. So I have to figure out, you will try to figure out things. Even like, if you fail, should not give up. Like, basically, you you started it because you wanted to do something, right? You had a goal, or you have to achieve something, and then you started that journey. So then you have just need to see back, that why I started this. And uh, uh, there is nothing like non-tech or tech. So anyone can be a software engineer, as of my opinion. So need to like uh, you have to build your skills, develop your communication skills as well. So skills are very important nowadays. Degrees are just बोलते हैं ना, नाम के वास्ते है अभी डिग्री. तो आपको बस skills चाहिए. So that's it. I mean, I pretty much how I ended up here. Like, I think my friends also done the same way to land a job in tech field. So now they are in some of the good companies like Zing HR, and uh, some of the companies which are very well known tech companies.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Pawan. And here, that's the correct thing, right? At the end, see, if you have done something, right, non-tech, tech, if you don't have the right skill, you won't get hired. That's for sure, right? You need to understand that at the end, if you have this skill, if you are, what's the outcome that is needed from a web developer? You are able to build an application, and you are confident with that. You will see yourself getting placed. You will see yourself getting into this field. All you need to understand is it takes time. You need to be consistent. There will be highs and lows. There will be points where you would think about giving it up, but if you are not giving at that point, you will see the result later, right? That's how it works, right? Be confident in yourself, be confident in taking this journey forward, and it's going to be very rewarding. You are going to be, kind of very satisfactory field it is, right? Because you get to learn something which might help you in future. If you want to start some application, or if you want to start some, if you have an idea, start some company, etc., etc., you will be very confident, because you know the core of right now tech is there. I can build it, I can take it forward. Maybe you are not confident with a lot of business, but at least the core product you will be very confident about, and that is again very, very difficult for a lot of people to kind of be confident about,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Great. Pawan, thank you so much for joining. We have taken almost 2 hours now, right? And thank you for your patience, and thank you for your time, which you have taken on weekend. I'm sure weekends are where when you went out, right? Whole
Yeah.
week you get into code, learn new things, etc., etc. But weekend is something where you have to vent out your overall week, right? And that time you have taken out to guide students, somebody who is looking forward to start their journey, right? So thank you so much for joining. Guys, please give a quick clap, quick thumbs up for Pawan over here.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. So I
Thank
hope
you.
you got all your doubts cleared. If you have any doubts, you can just ask in the chat. I'll try to answer. And yeah, it was a great session, Alok. So, I mean, it's been a long time I haven't interacted with you. It was 2 years back, I guess, in 2022 June. Uh, yeah, but it feels good to be
Thank
here.
you so much. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Pawan.
thank you
And
for this.
likewise, you can see we have certain mindset and we will keep on going towards it, right? And we will ensure that all the people who are, kind of getting into this field, they have the right guidance, they have the right direction so that they feel comfortable towards making the right move. Thank you so much, Pawan. Thank you.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. So you have heard from Pawan now. It's time for me to close this session. We will have admission counsel over here. If you want to take your next step, if you want to understand more about program, understand more about these steps and the journey, then our admission counselor, she's senior admission counselor at AlmaBetter, Harshita, will help you out. Will have an interaction with you, give you a tour of our program, and next, it's totally depend upon you. Get your doubts resolved. That's very important thing. First, understand the program, explore, and then you will see everything will start building up, and you will get to towards what you want. Great, thank you so much, Harshita. Welcome to the stage. You
Yeah,
will.
hi, Alok. Yeah, I'll take care from here. Thank you so much, Alok. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Harshita. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Have
Okay,
a
so
nice
hi,
day.
everyone.
Thank you, Harshita.
Yeah, bye. Okay, so hi, everyone. I'm Harshita Gaur, and I am the admission counselor here in AlmaBetter. So I'll just quickly show you a few things that how we work in our platform. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to all of you. So is how we work here in AlmaBetter. What are the things we are offering you in our platform? So let me just share my screen. Yeah, I hope I'm audible to you. I hope I'm audible to everyone, right? Okay, so I'll just show you how we work in AlmaBetter. I hope I'm audible now. Okay, so I'll just quickly show how I believe my screen is visible to all of you, right? Great. Okay. So the first thing what we are providing you in our platform, we are having here a community first learning platform where student can have a study in groups. We are having batches, like we are teaching you here in a batch where you will be going to have peers, colleagues who are going to be either from the same background you are coming from or from different backgrounds. So you'll be going to have the best studies here with different people with different kind of knowledge. So here we'll be going to have 30 to 35 students in per batches. So you'll be going to do the group study. Then the next thing what we are providing you, we are offering you the projects here in team. You'll be going to have colleagues who are going to work with you on projects. They will help you in the projects. You will also going to help them. So accordingly, we are giving you a peer learning here. And then we are also helping you to get ready for the jobs. We are helping you here to build your personality, work on your soft skill, work on your resume part. We are helping you with the mock interviews, and we are taking you to the path of interview where we will help you out with the alignment of interview as well. We'll guide you with every step which is required here. Okay. Now, why you guys should choose AlmaBetter? First thing, we are providing you the industry relevant curriculum covering topics from basic to advanced. Each and everything what we are teaching you here in our platform, we are teaching you from basics, and we are taking you to advanced. Whether you go with certification, in certification also we are doing the same thing. With masters, you will be going to have more advanced level of knowledge here. In every curriculum what we are covering is relevant to industry requirement. Nowadays the companies what kind of curriculum they are looking in a candidate candidature, we are teaching you exactly that. 100 plus live classes with lifetime access to recorded lectures. All the classes, the first class you are going to take here with your batch is going to be the live with industry experts who are working in the industry, who are having more than 10 years of experience in industry. They'll be going to help you here with the learning. All the classes which are live, we are also going to offer you the recordings, their notes, handouts we are offering you here. So in case if you want to rewatch the classroom, or if you someday if you missed out the live class, you can go with the recording as well. So you'll be going to have a lifetime access here. 20 plus capstone project along with 1000 plus coding problems and assessment we are offering you here. Here the capstone project works like a real time projects according to industry requirement. We are offering you projects here so that you can take exposure. How you are going to work on building a product. Everything you will work, you will get understanding here when you are doing capstone project. Also will help you with will give you some assessments on daily basis. Coding problems assessments are going to be there where you need to practice. You are going to evaluate yourself with certain tests we are going to offer you every week. So here you are going to be on practice and then you'll start working on the capstone project. Daily resolution sessions are going to be there with one-on-one mentorship session. Daily from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. you're going to have one-on-one doubt clearing sessions. You don't need to book a session for yourself. Here you can directly join. Here there are so many experts. They're going to help you out with your daily doubts. If you want to understand classes again, they are here to help you in every step. Okay, one-on-one mentorship sessions are there with very experienced people who are working in industry. If you want to connect with those people, you want to understand how you can plan your career, what are the steps, how you need to figure it out, career counseling, projects, need any help in capstone project, you can book one-on-one mentorship session with very experienced people in our platform. 50 plus mock interviews with dedicated career coach. When you're going for the placements, we are having very dedicated coaches here who are going to train you with all the insights of the companies. They're going to help you with the mock interviews, that how you need to cater the questions, how you need to answer, what are the company's strategy when they're taking the interview. So they're going to guide you here. They're going to take your mock interviews. They will make sure that you're ready for the jobs. And the best part about this program is that everybody is having that the placements. So we are offering you 100% guaranteed placement, and we are offering you waiting. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. So for the technical skills, we are having live lectures, lab experiments, project and assignments, group discussions are going to be there with your peers. For motivation and industry exposure, because we believe that whenever you're doing program, you need a motivation, you need mentors who can guide you in every step so that you can be motivated. So we are having one-on-one mentorship session, guest lectures, community participations are here. We are having mandatory for LMIX. Now, LMIX is dedicated for the guaranteed placement, which is the AB CAT. We only ask you whatever we have taught you in our platform, which is the AB CAT. We only ask you whatever we have taught you in the AB CAT. If you guys are clear with all the questions in the AB CAT, you guys need to score 60% because it's mandatory to give AB CAT here in our platform because we want to make sure that you guys are clear with all the skill sets. Okay, if in case you guys are lacking somewhere, we will help you again. So AB CAT is a very important part to have a better understanding whether you are on the right track or not. Okay, these all are the hiring partners with us: Amazon, Uber, Novartis, Myntra, Vedantu. These all big companies we are having. We are having 700, more than 700 collaboration with the companies who are hiring on the basis of skills and experience with us. So here we have other companies. You can see HSBC. We have product based companies, service based companies, multinational companies specifically. We do have grown up startups as well. So lot of companies are ready to hire, but the thing is, first you guys need a proper preparation what we are giving you in a structure manner. Now about the this is the chart basically for the salary. So in our platform, when you're going with the guarantee, the minimum package what we are guaranteeing you in our platform, that starts from minimum 5 LPA, and average what we are offering you, it lies between 8 to 12 LPA, and the maximum what we are offering you right now, that is 40 LPA. So you guys can go between 5 to 40 LPA bar, depending how well you guys are working on your skills and in the exposure part, in projects part. Accordingly, you guys can also go for the good packages. These are like you can see, these are our instructors and mentors who's going to guide you, who are going to teach you here the concepts. You can see these people are from very big companies. Rachit Jain is a data scientist, he's working in BCG. Ravi Ranjan is here, Sand is here. So like this, we are having very good instructors. You can see Neeraj Sharma is a developer in Microsoft. He's going to teach you here. And if you want to connect with him personally, you can book a one-on-one mentorship session also. So like this, we are having Jyotirmay Dev from who is a front-end developer in Apple. So like this, we are having very top instructors here who are very experienced, who are coming with very good exposure in their experience. They are going to teach you here in our platform. These are some of the success stories who have done the program with us, and they have gone, now they have got placed. You meet one of our alumni today in session. These are some other alumni who have done a structure program with us, who have worked on their skills and experience, and now they're land up to a good placement with the good packages in their hand. Most of them are also having career gap in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years of career gap. They have also worked. People who are coming from different background, but they didn't get that much good growth in their background. Now they have switched to this profile. So that's kind of people who are there. Now let me just show you the dashboard how we works. So I'll just quickly show you the dashboard, what we are offering you in our dashboard. I hope my screen is perfectly visible to you guys. So this is the dashboard basically. So currently we are at a home screen. Once you guys are going to enroll, your dashboard is going to look like this. So this is the home screen. All the new updates, like when our next cohort is starting from July 25th, right? So we have 13 seats left right now in that batch. So all the new updates, whichever related to your program, the master class, the sessions from the in the program itself, everything, all the updates will come here only in your home screen. You can see the next option we are having, that is the learn option. Learn in our program is we are going to have two batches together. Both the batches are going to have a different instructors. So in learn, this batch is already completed. Okay, it was live earlier 6 months back, but now it's completed. So if anybody wants to complete the program soon, okay, or if somebody want to be ahead of class, right? So you guys can access this batch. This batch is having the same content which we are teaching you in your live batch. If you guys want to do the program as soon as it is possible, you can continue. You can start doing it from the learn section. Here, the complete batch is in the recorded form. Okay, and your batch, because your batch is going to be live, so the live batch is going to be here in the classroom. You can see the batch is starting from 25th July. So the first class which you guys are going to have, start your journey with AlmaBetter, this is an orientation. So it is on 25th July. So from live, if you want to go with the live classes, you have to go with the classroom. Here we offer you practices. Coding problems are here. Okay, these all coding problems are all so in our go with the basic concepts. We are going to start working on some assessment of which are the easy level. Okay, so we are giving you practices on the daily basis, so you will get it here in coding problems. There are some supplementary courses which we are offering you from the AlmaBetter. These are some short duration courses in our platform. These all are in the recorded form. If you are guys are interested for some additional certification, just take out some of the time from your schedule and you can do these programs in our platform. Then there is a coding assessments and the quiz. You can see the coding assessments from the companies and the quiz assessments here. These both are basically for your own evaluation. You guys need to, because when you're doing the program, you need to evaluate yourself whether you are on the right track or you're not getting the concept of what, right? So by giving this test, you will understand where exactly you land right now. So here you will get that understanding. So these tests will help you to get to know whether you are on the right track or not. So if in case you guys are not scoring good number, you can take help from the masters. They will help you here where you went wrong. Okay, projects, you can see projects here right now. 18 projects are there in our platform. There will be some they will add on some projects later on when you're doing the program. So these projects you can see from YouTube. It is related to backend development. Zomato is there, backend development. You can see a lot of projects are here. For front end also there are e-commerce website project is there. So here we are giving you, these are the capstone project where you will get exposure. Okay, you will understand whatever you're learning, how you need to work on it exactly when it comes to the industry part. So these are the projects we are offering you here. And when you're doing the program, there will be definitely add-on of projects as well. Okay, career is for the Elma X. If you guys are interested for the guaranteed placement, you guys have to make sure this program will take care of 6 to 8 months of time. And if you guys want to get into guaranteed placement, either you can complete the whole program. If you're going with certification, it will take 6 to 8 months. If you're going with the masters, it will take 12 months, because master degree what we are offering you, it is for 12 months duration. Okay, so either you guys can complete the whole program, then you can sit in the guaranteed placement in Elma X. Or if you guys are like into, you want to do it, you want to sit in guaranteed as soon as it is possible, right? Then you guys can focus on starting 4 months of your certification or starting 4 months of your masters, and then you can sit into Elma X. Before going to Elma X, you have to make sure that you are fulfilling three criterias. The very first criteria is that your starting 4 months program should be completed. Second is you need to do minimum 6 project if you want to sit in guaranteed placement, not less than that. And third, you have to go with the ABCAT where you need to score 60% in the test. Okay, then Alma X will be automatically open for you and you can start with the guaranteed placement. Here we also offer you mentorship sessions. Mentorship sessions are, as I told you, it is with the very experienced people. So for these particular reason, you can book the mentorship session. Technical concepts, if you want to understand some technicality, so you can book this session. For career guidance, if you want to take you want to understand the roadmap and you want to get some understanding for career part, like you want to understand that if the front person is having 12 years of experience, he's in very good position. So how he get into that part, right? So if you want to get that understanding, you want to take some ideas, right? You can connect with them. For mock interviews, these people are very experienced. They have given so many interviews in their journey. They have taken so many interviews, so you can get some understanding for the mock interviews with them. They can give you some practices, okay? They will also help you with the resume building. These are some of the mentors who are going to help you here. So you can just book a session with them. This is very interesting part, job board. Okay, so we are also giving you a job portal here. This is like AlmaBetter job portal. All the 700 plus companies which we are having here, all whichever company is hiring, we are offering you that in our job board here. Okay, so if you guys want to try first from your end, you can try applying from our job portal. Okay, so here it is taking time, so I'll just move ahead, but you guys can check it. We also do offer you job board, but only students who are enrolled with us, right, they can access it. Only students who are enrolled with us, outsider can't apply. So that's why when you're applying from this job board, definitely the chances are very high that you will get a call from the company. So you can start applying from the assistants also. Okay, I'll just quickly show you the programs what we are having in our platform so that you can have uh the idea. Let me just show you. Wait. So this is the very first program which we are having. This is the master's program basically we are having. I'll just show you. This is a master degree in collaboration with Wolf University. This is the master's in computer science, where the program is going to be, your specialization is going to be cloud computing here. Okay, so our batch is starting from 25th here. 25th July is the orientation, and your regular classes are going to start from 26th July. Okay, so this is the program. This is the tuition fee of the masters. This is a 1 year master program. It's this degree is from the Wolf University, so it's located in UK. It is a European accredited degree. So this degree is going to be valid in 60 other countries. So in case if in future you're getting opportunity to move abroad, you're getting any job opportunity, this degree is valid in 60 countries like US, UK itself, all the countries in Europe and Australia, Canada, in India it is valid, right? So if you are getting an opportunity in abroad, you will get 90 credit points from here, which will help you to get a job visa as well, which you can utilize. Okay, so this is the complete tuition fee. 2,80,000 is the total tuition fee for the masters, including guaranteed placement. Okay, 2,80,000 plus GST, 18% GST. So it will total it will cost you 3,30,000. So you're getting a complete master degree in 3,30,000, technical master degree into cloud computing. In masters, we are also covering cloud computing as a specialization. Starting 6 months are going to be your complete software engineering program, and the next 6 months are going to be your cloud computing. Okay, so here you're getting a complete master degree in this amount. You can opt for EMI option as well. Okay, and the next program which we are having in our platform, I'll show you that as well. We also have certification. Somebody who are recently graduated, or someone who is having 1 or 2 years of experience. If you guys are not planning for masters right now, then we have another option for you. That is a certification program. These are the two certification what we are offering you here in our platform. One is the premium and second is the iconic. The curriculum, the classes, everything is going to be same. There is no difference between on that. The only thing is, if you're going with the premium, you'll be going to have two certification from AlmaBetter, which is related to full stack software engineering with AI. And the second certification, you will get Microsoft Azure Developer Certificate. So it will cost you 50,000 plus GST total. Okay, this is the premium certification price, tuition fee. Okay, if you guys are choosing iconic is basically from IIT Guwahati. Okay, so here you will get three certificates. First of all, you will get from AlmaBetter into full stack software engineering with AI. Second certificate you will get from IIT Guwahati. and plus we can add on Microsoft as well. So the total cost you will get here, that is 75,000 plus GST. This is the tuition fee with the certification. Okay, but now for the guaranteed placement charges, the charges different in certification. In masters, 2,80,000 plus GST takes your masters as well. Plus it includes guaranteed placement charges also. There is no additional charges for guarantee. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, so there is no additional charges for guarantee in masters. It already included in 2,80,000 plus GST. But in certification, this is the tuition fee. If you're choosing premium, 50,000 plus GST is the charge. Iconic includes 75,000 plus GST. Now, about the placement guarantee, there is going to be an ISA, income sharing agreement, where we will guarantee you the job and you will assure us certain charges which you will pay after placement. So this is the career service charges which we will take after placement, not initially. Okay. So if you guys are getting any package less than 3.5 LPA, there is no charges we will take from you. Okay. If you are accepting the offer letter, it is completely on you when you are accepting the offer letter, in which bar you are accepting the offer letter. If you guys are taking the job here with us between 3.5 to 4.99 LPA, we will take 6,000 from your salary for 20 months. Okay. If you guys are landing between 5.5, 7.99 8,000 for 20 months. That is total 1 lakh 60 you are paying. Okay. And if you're getting any package above than 8 LPA to 25 LPA, then you will pay 10,000 from your salary for 20 months. That is total 2 lakhs. Okay. So usually the minimum package which we always offer in our platform, it starts from 5 LP only. Now it depends on you. Like if you guys are already experienced people, then you will get a hike according to your past packages, right? Accordingly you will pay the amount if you're taking job through guarantee Almites. Okay. Usually minimum is the here. Average usually people are getting 8 to 12 LPA, and highest till now what we have offered with the certification, that is 25 LPA. So this is all about the program, how we are providing you. If you guys have any doubt, any query, please let me know on the chat box. Anything guys, anything you guys want to ask related to program? Soon our batch is starting from 25th July, and soon we'll be expecting placements by January itself. Okay. So you guys, if you guys are interested with the program, you guys, I'll just provide you guys my number over here. Okay. You guys can connect me on, if you guys want to connect me, reach me out personally. You can just take my number here on the chat. I'm just sharing it you in the chat with my name. Okay. So I've shared you guys my number over the chat box. If you guys have any query, you guys want to discuss anything personally, you guys can reach me out on this number. This number is available over calling as well. Plus it is available on chat. So any doubt guys, anything you want to ask related to program? Okay, so if you guys have any doubt, anything, okay, please reach me out on the number. Okay. And I think we have already taken enough of your time. So thank you so much for being here.